Calling to order the Recreation, Parks and Cultural Affairs Council Committee for Wednesday, November 9th at 7 p.m. I will do the roll call, and I see Ms. Shanahan, Ms. McMurray, Mr. Goldstein, Mr. Meek, and myself, and Mr. Kites. Okay. And so I hadn't heard from, maybe Miss Ayers will join us. But she just came on later. All right. So we're going to move on to approval of the minutes of October 12th. Can I make a motion to approve? Thank you, Ms. McMurray. All in favor? First, I should ask, did anybody have any changes, right? Or I'm sorry, I'll back up and ask that. Were there any changes or corrections? No, I don't think so, right? Okay, so all in favor of moving the minutes?
I have to,
Thank.
yeah, I have to abstain because I had to miss it because of the 6th taxing district meeting that night.
And one abstention. Any other abstentions? Okay, you got that, Delene, right?
Yes, thank you.
And I don't see anyone on, so we probably don't have anybody on for public participation.
We do. If anybody is here to speak,
13
please
people.
raise your hand unless you have an item on the agenda. No one's raising their hand.
Okay. Close that. And we're gonna, there's no old business, so we're gonna move on to new business. The city of Norwalk reserves the right to cancel the event for public health or safety reasons as determined by the city of Norwalk in its sole discretion. The city of Norwalk shall not be liable for damages arising from the cancellation of an event. Item 5.1, approve the use of Norwalk High School and immediate surrounding grounds by Norwalk Public Schools for their first book initiative event to be held on Saturday, May 20th, 2023 from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Set up to begin at 7 a.m. with tear down at 6 p.m. between 2,500 and 5,000 attendees. Would someone move the item? Thank you, Ms. McMurray. Kenda, who do we have here to speak on that?
Sure, Madam Chair. I believe we have somebody from the school to speak on this. This is the second year that we held this event. It was wildly successful last year. I'm glad they came back to do it again this year. So I expect the same from them this year. Delene, is there somebody on willing to speak?
If you're here to speak, yeah, Barbara, hold on one second.
Okay.
Barbara?
Ms. Manami?
Good evening, everyone. Barbara Namani, legal counsel for Norwalk Public Schools. My video on? Can
We
everyone
can
hear?
hear you. We can't see you, but that's okay if you like. You could just share with us about a little bit about the event and how it went.
Oh, sure. So First Book was a great event that we had last year. This would be the second year we worked with a non-for-profit. So First Book is this organization that it's meant to build the libraries of our students who are in need. So last year, the event consisted of a number of vendors that we got from the community. First Book, obviously, we handed, I believe, about 40,000 books out with volunteers throughout the school district. And there were a number of activities for children, food vendors. We had transportation bring members from the city into the event. So overall, it went relatively smooth, and we just hope to expand on that this year.
Do we have any questions for Ms. Manami?
Namani.
No,
Namani? I'm trying to get it right.
I went to this event this past year. It was extraordinary. Can't wait for it again. So
Oh, awesome.
Just want to second that. I volunteered several days to help set up the over 40,000 books. And then I was there with my kids the day of the event. And it was just a really joyful event and really exciting and just lots of smiles. So I'm glad you guys are able to do this again.
We hope to be bigger and better this year, even more. So, and it's just, benefits our students of the community at large.
Wonderful. So, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Don?
Aye.
Okay, and let the record show, thank you so much. And good luck again this year.
Excellent. We hope to see everybody there.
Absolutely. Let the record show that Ms. Ayers arrived, and Delene, I don't see the time.
I got it. Thanks, Darlene.
Okay,
Darlene, I'm sorry, Madam Chair.
yes,
I do want to apologize. I'm still in the car. I lost track of time. I'm so sorry.
you are here. No need to apologize. It's the wonders of Zoom, right? 5.2, approve the use of Taylor Farm Park and immediate surrounding ground by Greenwich Kennel Club Inc. for their American Kennel Club sanctioned event to be held on June 10th and 11th, 2023, from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Set up to begin on June 7th, 2023, to begin at 6 a.m. Would tear down on June 12th at 4 p.m. Approximately 1,000 people. Would someone move the item? Thank you, Ms. McMurray. And who do we have here to speak about this?
So, Madam Chair, this is an ongoing event. This is actually my 14th year working with the Greenwich Kennel Club. I believe Nancy here from the Kennel Club to speak on this event. But I look forward to having them every year because they actually clean up our site before the event and they clean up our site after the event. so this is a big plus. This is a big plus for us.
So I say, Miss Stacy Blau?
Yes, yeah,
Oh,
hi,
Stace, I'm sorry.
that's okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, we've been doing this for about 15 years. We've been with Norwalk. It is an American Kennel Club sanctioned show. We get very good participation from the public. And it is also educational in a sense that, you know, people that are interested in getting a purebred dog and knowing what benefits will benefit from it can come to our show. And if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask me.
Ms. Blau, the attendance of 1,000 people, has that been the norm or has it been a little higher or?
Well,
Have you
okay, when you say, it's actually less than 1,000, because not everybody comes at the same time. As you see, it's from 8 to 6. People come, they show, they leave. People come, they look, they leave. So at any one time, we probably have maybe 200, 250 people on the site.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, all in favor? Please show your hand.
Aye.
All right, unanimous. Any opposed? Nicole, you're okay with this? Just wanted to make sure I counted you. Yes. Thank you. 5.3, approve the use of Veterans Park and immediate surrounding grounds by JS Endurance for their Sono Half Marathon event to be held on October 1, 2023, from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Set up to begin October 1, 2023, at 6 a.m. with tear down at 1:30 p.m. Approximately 1,200 people. Someone move the item. Ms. Shanahan. Thank you. Okay, Ken, who
So,
is
Madam
here?
Chair, yeah, so although it seems like we just finished the event for this year, time to start thinking about next year
Right,
already. You know, this has become our annual tradition, end of the season. And I believe Mr. Whipple is here on behalf of the Sono Half.
Yes, hi, everyone. I'm seeing people sporadically. Can everybody hear me okay?
yes.
Okay. Yep, this will be year 9. You know, basically this past year, which obviously was just a month ago, was another successful year. Had our follow-up meeting with EMS. Virtually no issues this year with them. I think one person went to the medical area after the race, which, you know, there's always like little bumps and bruises, but a very, very smooth year for them. Had our follow-up with the police department, you know, minimal issues, also by their accounts, very successful. You know, we always look for feedback via online, you know, very little complaints because I think so many people know about the race now, especially with this being year 8. and a lot of people posting about it online, and another successful year with us as far as the turnout, as far as, you know, our charity partners, our sponsors. So we're excited to continue, and just want to lock in the date, obviously, for the first Sunday of October of next year.
Okay. Do we have any, Ms. McMurray?
Yes, I love this event. I've ran in this event. I was really disappointed I couldn't take part in it this past year because I was not in town. But one piece of feedback, and I don't know if this made its way to you, Mr. Whipple, was some of the businesses that are on Cove and in that area, because the race does start a little later than a typical marathon, like that would happen in New York or a bigger city. You know, with those streets being closed down, they're actually losing a lot of business on that Sunday. And so I just would bring that to your attention to see if there's any way to work with the businesses or renegotiate the route to help them, because that is the bulk of their business. One business even told me they lost about $1,000 that day. So it's just something that I wanted to bring up as a representative over here in District C. Thank you so much.
You said Cove, so
Cove, and I mean, Harbor Harvest was one of the businesses. And so right along there, Cove and First, basically.
yeah, because I'm thinking, I'm like, there's not many over there. And I know, for example, BJ Ryan's obviously partners always worked with us. They do an aid station right there. BJ Ryan.
Yeah, and I think the owners would be open to working with you for sure. I mean, they love the event. It's just that, you know, we want it to be great for everyone, right? We don't want anybody to lose business over it by any means.
For sure. I'll speak with them before the event. I'll see if there's any promotion we could do for them. It's the end of the race, so it is a tricky one, because obviously the fastest people get there at a certain time, and that's probably one of those areas where there's runners in that vicinity for a good hour and a half.
Sure.
Most
Just
of
something to bring up. I
parts of the
appreciate anything
race.
you can do. Yeah.
I will.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. McMurray, and thank you, Mr. Whipple. So any other comments? All in favor? Okay.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, and I hope for good weather, right? It's
Yes, it was
always a
very-
good thing, right?
It was very windy this year, but we made it.
You
So,
made it,
thank you
right?
very much.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you, guys.
All right, so that concludes the agenda. So I guess I need a motion. Shanahan, McMurray, and Goldstein.
You can say it all together.
It almost
Yeah.
feels like that.
All
Mr.
right,
Goldstein.
motion to
Motion to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Thank you. All in
Awesome. Have a
favor?
good night.
Aye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Good night,
Good night,
everybody.
everyone.
Thank
Good
you.
night.